back to Regiment Barbecue. Today we're doing a Texas smoked tri-tip that is going to be on my Weber kettle. It's going to be done with pecan. We're going to go at 275 degrees until it hits an internal temperature about 125, 130, and then we're going to crank up the heat all the way, get it at searing temperature, and we're going to reverse sear both sides of that tri-tip. Afterwards, we're going to let it rest, and then we're going to show you how to slice it. So let's get to it. All right, so what we have here is a tri-tip from HEB. It is a prime cut. It is already been trimmed. I trimmed it up. I took that off camera. Trust me, there was a lot of fat that was on this one right here. But once I got all that fat off, it turned out to be a beautiful piece of meat. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and put a binder on it. We're going to use some olive oil. I'm just going to get in there, make sure it's all evenly covered. That way it's going to hold, tray's moving around, all evenly going to hold the seasoning we're going to put on this thing. Make sure you get all the sides of it, and might need a little bit more. Alright, so that's looking pretty good. Flip it back over. Now it's going to be able to hold the seasoning that we're wanting on there. So what we want to start off with is some salt. I'm going to use kosher salt. I'm just going to give a nice coating all the way around it. Make sure it is in there. Move some of that around, get to the sides of it as well. Flip it over. Next, we're going to go with some black pepper. I'm using 16 mesh black pepper for this. I'm going to get it pretty dang good. I like a lot of black pepper on mine. It's just one of those things I enjoy having on my brisket. All my barbecue, I love having black pepper. It brings a great profile to everything. All right, get this. All right, get the sides. Flip it over. All right, and it's looking pretty good so far. Next, what I'm going to want is some garlic. I got some garlic powder right here. Hands are a little slippery, so I'm just going to try to be light with it. Again, try not to get too heavy with the garlic and everything. Flip it over. Get a little on the side. Sometimes you just have these little happenings here. Alright, that's still looking really good. Lastly, and then I get mixed reviews about this, but I enjoy putting a little bit of cayenne pepper. Just to give it a little kick on the outside. Flip it over. And there we have it, all seasoned up, and it is ready to go. As you see here, I have everything ready to get started.
I have my starter charcoal that I have going right there. I have my water pan inside of my kettle, along with a homemade slow and sear that has my charcoal in it, some wood chunks. That slow and sear, the way I made that was I took 2 baskets and I opened them up, then welded them together to make a half kettle shape. So it works great. I have my thermometer, my probes, my extra wood chunks if needed, tongs, and my grate. So everything's all set up, ready to go. All right, so this is ready to go in here. We're gonna pick up carefully with the handle on the chimney. We're going to get it right here, pour it in. All right, now that we got the coals in, I'm going to go ahead and move some of these right here, right over the wood chunks. Make sure to get some of those ignited. We want the smoke flavor to be going on. I'm going to toss some other wood chunks in there as well. I want to make sure that all this is going to ignite. Be careful, that is pretty dang hot. Alright. Lastly, we're going to end up putting the grate on and getting this closed up so we can get some heat going. Alright, I got it on for 275. We're going to let it go until it hits an internal temperature of 125. Alright, time to pick it up and see how it looks. Looking pretty dang good. Let's go ahead and get it off of there. We're going to get that heat cranked all the way up, and then we're going to put it on there for reverse sear. Alright, so now we got it up to high heat, so we're going to go and get this thing seared. We're going to make sure we get a good crust on both sides before we end up pulling it. I love hearing that sound, all that sizzling, all that flavor, getting both the charcoal and the meat and the wood flavor as well. You want to make sure to get for a couple minutes each side just to make sure we have a nice little crust to be able to have on the outside of that tri-tip. Now we're just about there. Getting ready to go ahead and give it a nice little flip. And look at that flavor, look at that color, those grill marks, it looks fantastic. I cannot wait to be able to get into this. pull now. Get a good look at that side. Oh my gosh, look at that. That looks fantastic. Alright, pull over here. And we're going to close this back up. And we'll see you inside. Alright, now we got it all right here, and we're letting it rest for right now. And once it's finished resting for about, I don't know, 15-20 minutes, we'll go and get cut into it. Alright, so now we've let it rest. We're ready to get going on the slicing, okay? So, tri-tip is actually a really interesting cut of meat where it has grains going in two different directions. You have grains that are going right here, and then you have grains that are going right here. So whenever you have the meat originally, before you season it or anything else like that, you need to look and spot where those grains are. So whenever you are finished with your cook and everything, and you have this little bit of crust on there, it might hide some of that up. So some people will try to score it. I just try to look to see where that grain is and then have reference points on that. So for me, I'm looking at this right now. That grain is actually coming into right here. So I'm going to make my first cut right here, just to get into that. We're going to look and see. I mean, that looks fantastic right there. It looks beautiful. So I wanted to now move this off to the side. I want to turn this. Now I want to be, oh, there's lots of juice going on. I want to go across the grain, which we know that it's going like this. So we're going to go like this right here and just kind of get nice chunks out of it. Little medallions to be able to have for dinner tonight. My family loves it whenever I make this tri-tip. It is absolutely delicious. If you have a chance to be able to try this and everything, it is outstanding. So I'm going to take this little piece right here. Oh, that one's still connected. I need to finish slicing through it. And you look, see that all that grain and everything right there. It's going to be fantastic. Now for a taste. That is absolutely great. So whenever you get a chance, get some more tri-tip, cook it out there, make it the best way you can, and enjoy.